Hi everyone. So thanks for the joining. This is the session. So I started maybe there is a one series. Series name is a Cloud Developer Program Training Series. Okay, in which maybe we will cover the lots of technologies, Node.js, okay, and JavaScript, Docker, Kubernetes, and GCP. Main purpose is the maybe nowadays. Everything is moving into the cloud side. Okay, so previously we are working on the whenever we are working on the Node.js side, Java side, or .NET side, we used to deploy each and everything into the deployment side. So now everything is the microservice architecture framework. Okay, so rather than we can deploy, we can upload each and everything in very single entity. So we can deploy as a API. Okay, so in this site, you can consider as a cloud developer program, and you can consider as a serverless programming, or sometimes we are calling the microservice architecture programming. Okay, so there is a three different name. Okay, so this is the series, and this series for especially purpose for who wants to make a career into the development side, and this is a completely for non-IT, because if you want to do something, if you want to learn programming thing, so this program is benefited for you. Okay, because you will start from scratch. Okay, anybody can learn the programming, anybody can learn the language, and JavaScript very easy language, anybody can learn it. Okay, so just focus on it, and please stay tuned with me, and maybe from today I will upload each and everything in my YouTube video. Okay, YouTube channel. I Step Up is my community. So I will tell something about the I Step Up. So I Step Up, it is a community I was running on the from 12 years. Okay, my main I Step Up main vision is that training, placement, assistance, and the development. If you are facing some issues in the development, if you want to do some open source project with me, so I Step Up is working on the same thing, and this is all the things is a completely free activities. Okay, so there is no any charges, and so this is only for the community. This is my passion, so that's why if you can see the I Step Up name, I Step Up. So if you can see yourself, okay, so it motivates you, okay. So this is the thing, and the first session is the Node.js with JavaScript intro. Okay, so previously I covered the JavaScript. So maybe hopefully maybe tomorrow I will cover the JavaScript session also. Okay, so tomorrow I will give the training on the JavaScript also, but today I will cover the Node.js part. Okay, so so what is a Node.js? So there is some tutorial. Okay, so if you can see, there is a good tutorial in the available tutorialspoint.com. Okay, you can check it out. And so what is a Node.js? So Node.js, it is a open source language, just like maybe open source language means anybody can learn the Node.js technologies, and anybody can use the Node.js. There is no paid version, there is no any paid thing, right? Okay, you can just use the Node.js and anybody can consume it. Okay, so there is a Node.js. Node.js is very powerful JavaScript-based platform built on Google Chrome JavaScript V8 engine. It is based on the JavaScript. JavaScript again open source language. Okay, it is hugely used. Maybe JavaScript you can use for web development. JavaScript you can use for the server side. JavaScript you can use for the test automations. Okay, suppose you want to do something in the test automation side, you can use the JavaScript. Okay, and you can use in the cloud programming, cloud computing. Okay, and you can use in the any artificial AI side also. So there is a lots of scope in the JavaScript, and it is very easy. So this is the one language. If you can learn JavaScript in the same language, you can use in the website also, web development, and same language you can use for the server side also. Okay, so it is very easy, and it is very easy to for implement also. So there is no big editor it requires. Maybe simple console, simple notepad plus simple browser, you can use it. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, if we can see here, it is used to develop IO intensive web application like video streaming sites, single page application, other web applications. Okay, and what is the prerequisite before proceeding with the tutorial? Node.js is required only the HTML, CSS, Ajax, just like the browser. There is no big thing. Next side is the introduction part. Okay, so Node.js is an open source cross-platform runtime environment for developing the server side. What is the meaning of the cross-platform? Cross-platform means you. So whenever suppose you want to create any applications with the help of the Node.js, you can use for Linux also, you can use for Windows also, you can use for Mac also. So cross-platform technologies. Okay, so we can consume in any platform. So what first thing, majorly it is used for the networking applications. Sometimes we are calling the socket IO programming. Socket IO programming means, okay, so suppose you want to create some chat application support, maybe you want to create any video streaming application support. Maybe there is a data, just like share market, every data comes into the picture. Suppose you want to create any media house applications, live streaming application. So Node.js is very much important for the this kind of thing. Okay, you can easily create the these applications. Okay, so now in terms of we can see the feature of the Node.js. So again, if you can see the what is the main feature of the Node.js. Okay, so if you can see, first feature is a asynchronous and event driven. So before going to the asynchronous, there is another word, synchronous. Okay, in the synchronous means, suppose maybe in the previously I have taken the one example, right? For pizza site. Suppose you want to make some pizza, right? So in the pizza there is a setup process. Okay, If one process is not completed, you can't start second process. Just like for the when if you want to make a pizza, first of all you want to create a dough. After the dough, you can roll it, and you can create a, yeah, in the very circular shape, right? After that, you can put the sauces, you can put the all the toppings, you can put the all the ingredients, other ingredients. After that, you can do the some maybe you can add each and everything whatever based on the requirement. So there is a setup process. Okay, so if one process is not completed, you can't start this thing, you can't start second process. Just like previously we discussed about the DevOps, right? In the DevOps, if there is a one process is dependent on the another process. Just like before, if we are doing the checkout process, so without the checkout you can't build the application, right? Without the build application, you can't start unit testing. Without the unit testing, you can't start the integration testing. So whenever one process is dependent on the second process, so we are calling the synchronous calling, right? Okay, and asynchronous calling, okay, in which maybe one process is not depend on the another process, so it will continuously start. Okay, and second process will not stuck into the first process. So generally second process will not start when first process will be completed. So if you can see non-blocking, we are using one terminology is the non-blocking. One process not blocked to the another process. Okay, so in the Node.js library are asynchronous, that is non-blocking. It essentially means a Node.js based server never waits for an API to return data. Okay, so it is not waiting for the, because if you can see the simple example. Okay, so calculator, right? And maybe on the calculator, when maybe if we can create a functions, we will discuss later on. But if you are not creating the if you are creating the functions, okay, and when if you are passing the 5 and 2, and it will return to the total of the 6. After the 6, you can pass the same value to the other function also. Okay, so this is the continuous process, synchronous process. We will take the input from another functions, and we will pass the that input to the other function also. So this is a synchronous process. And but asynchronous process, it will not wait for the some data will return data or not. Automatically you can run the multiple things. Just like if we can take the simple previous example, if we can understand the previously, whenever was we were uploading the document, right, images in the image gallery, one by one images were uploaded, right? One image uploaded. After once one part is uploaded, then second image will start uploading. Okay, once second image is uploaded, then third image is uploading. That means one image is once image is completed, then second will start. That means blocking. Now whenever now in current scenario, whenever you are uploading multiple applications, multiple images into the any cloud site, all the images are start immediately, right? And whenever anything is completed, okay, so automatically based on the, if some images are failed, so it is not impact to the other images. But into the synchronous call, if one image is failed, automatically rest of the process will be stopped. Okay, so this is the benefit of the asynchronous call. Okay, so automatically we can consume, we can speed the time, we can speed the delivery also, and we can save the time also. So this is the benefit of the asynchronous calling. Okay, and what is the event driven? Event driven means maybe just like maybe suppose you want to start something, right? If you want to call the something, based on the event, you can start any actions. You can start any activities. Just like maybe if you can take the example, right? Everybody is in the call and everybody is in mute, right? Okay, so this is the, everybody is in the available in the call, but whenever I will call, whenever I will ask the questions, hey Prasant, can you tell me something about yourself? That means Prasad, I've triggered the, I've called the Prasant event, right? And based on the, whenever I will ask the question to Prasant, then Prasant will unmute himself and then he can give the answer. Okay, that means event driven programming. Whenever I will trigger the event, then event will start doing the action, right? Got it? So this is the, with the help of event driven, we will perform lots of application, lots of process with the single site. So multiple events will not happen immediately. Suppose suppose if we are not implement the event driven, suppose if we are not focusing on the mute side, if everybody is the unmute conditions, so suppose I'm discussing with the Prasant, so there is a lots of disturbance in the background, right? Lots of difference, lots of disturbance, and there are lots of lots of consumption, memory consumption, lots of CPU consumption, there are lots of process consumptions in the background. So that's why it will impact the R performance also, performance of the application, performance of the size, performance of the activity, and it consume the memory also, it consume the R data also, right? So that's why, so we are saying if any process is not working, okay, so it will not start. Whenever we are calling something, then it will start. If you can see the example of the Facebook, right? Whenever previously, whenever we will start the, whenever we are scroll the website, right, automatically videos was started, right? So now in our concept, whenever you will scroll the things, when videos comes into your board, right, in the, whenever your mouse cursor stop on the video, then it will start. So based on the action, video will start, otherwise it will not start. Okay, just like in the browser also, if suppose some videos is started, whenever you will jump into the any tab, then it will start, and whenever you will move into the tab, it will stop. Okay, so this is the event driven programming, and it consume the R data also. If you can think about it, if there is a multiple tabs and every tab's video are started, okay, and if I'm not muting anything, right, so every video will automatically started it, and there is some voice issue, and it consume lots of internet data from my side, right? Or it consume the lots of memory of the browser, right? So that's why based on the event, if I will open the tab, then video will start. If I will go outside the tab, automatically video should be stopped. So this is the benefit of the event driven programming. Okay, and just like very fast and single threaded means, because I have mentioned all that, I have opened all the tabs. but whenever I will work on the single thread, whenever I want to work in the single thread, so when suppose I want to work in the this tab, then video will start. Maybe with the help of single thread, we can implement a multitasking. What is the meaning of the multitasking, multi-threading? And automatically at a time we can open the multiple applications, okay, in single window. Okay, multi-threading previously we were achieving with the Java and .NET, but what is the problem? For whenever we are starting the multi-threading, it consumes lots of CPU utilization, it consumes a lots of process. Okay, but in the trigger in the event trigger concept, yes, we can achieve the multi-threading, but whenever we are actively use the any application, it will use the most of the CPU utilization. If we are not using any applications, it will not use. Okay, based on this thing, with the single thread applications, we can achieve the multi-threading also, and we can utilize the more CPU utilization and more memory also. So Node.js is very much useful for this particular thing. If you can see another benefits, no buffering. So Node.js application never buffer any data. Okay, so it will not store the large data, no buffering data. It converts into the complete application into the chunks. So what it will divide the complete memory into the small chunks, and all the chunks are stored in the local data. That's why no buffer data. That's why Node.js is very much useful for the live streaming purpose. Okay, so this is the thing. So any question from till now? At least you should understand the Node.js. And one thing I have skipped, sorry for that. What is a server? Okay, so previously I'd say server and the client concept. Why we require the server and why we require the client. The server client concept, suppose I am organizing this host, right, and I am the server, and who are consuming my services, you are the client. Okay, so I have the control for each and everything. I can mute you also, I can call you also. Okay, so I have the monitor, I have the admin of the this particular thing. I can monitor each and every activity. Okay, and if I am giving the request, if suppose I want to ask the question, hey Dipali, can you come into the board and can you ask something, can you give the some answer? So as a server, okay, I can send the request, and based on the request you are sending the response. Okay, so server is the thing we can monitor each and everything, and multiple clients can connect to the server, and server can send the request and response, and we can maintain each and everything. And what is the request and response? So whenever we are sending anything from any server to client, so request is whenever we are sending anything, and based on the request, okay, client will send the response. Okay, so this is the thing, request and response. So Prashant, can you give more information about request response, because you are good in the API testing side? So what is the, as per your understanding, what is the server and client, and what is the request and response? If you can give some more information about this.
Yeah, sure, Suresh. Client is like whatever we perform on the browser, so that is a client. Okay, or whether it's a browser or it's a if there is any tool that will act as a client. Okay, server means all the code is hosted on the application, so the hosted on some system, that is server. Okay, and when it comes to API testing, so there the particular payload will be written, like each API will be having some objectives, like uh, there are multiple methods like put method, post method, and get method. So based on the method, so that API will be working out.
Okay, yeah, thanks Prashant. So, in the very simple language, I will repeat one more time. Request response. Suppose if anybody use the Phone Pay and Google Pay, right? We are generally sending the request for the payment, right? Request to payment. Okay. Request for payment, RFP. Okay. So there is a new concept as going on. Suppose maybe on the, even though whenever you are seeing, right, in the bill payment side also, right? So in the bill payment side, nowadays, whenever you are using the bill payment, whenever you are adding the whenever you are previously you are paid the some Vodafone applications, Vodafone gas, Vodafone mobile applications, okay, and suppose you are payment for the digital maybe DTS side, whenever you are payment doing the payment for the gas side. Now after that automatically your applications platform engine, right, whether you are using the phone pay, Google Pay, they are giving the notifications, right? Yes, your payment is pending and this is your payment. So they are sending the request to you, request for payment. Okay, so please remember this terminology because I am working in the payment industry. Okay, so in the payment industry, there is a calling the RFP. What is the meaning of the RFP? Request for payment. Okay, so request for payment. Who are the maybe consumer side, right? Who are the creditor side? So they are sending the request for payment, and they are giving the notifications. Your payment is pending. Your bill is pending for this month. Kindly paid it, right? Based on the notification, you are going to the dashboard, and you will based on the request, you will pay the things. This is the request. Okay, creditor will send the request. Based on the request, you are doing the some response. Okay, so request, just like I'm asking the question, right? Hey Prasant, can you give the some answer? So I'm sending the request. Based on the request, Prasant is giving the response. Okay, suppose I'm the server and the maybe Prasant is a client. So I'm sending the one request. Based on the request, okay, and Prasant is giving the response. Now it will be vice versa also. Sometimes maybe maybe a client will ask something to server. So client will send the request to server, and based on the request, server will send the response. Got it? Request and response. Okay, so this is a very two terminology is very useful for server and client, and request and response. Okay, so please try to understand, and this is the introduction part for today. Okay, and what is the use of the what is the use of the what is the use of the this part? Maybe Node.js, and we can use the IO bound application, data streaming applications, data intensive real-time applications, JSON API based applications, single page applications. Okay, so this is the purpose of the these things. And please install the Node.js, how to environment setup. Maybe just download the Node.js. You can find out in the Google also, just like Node.js, Windows purpose, Linux purpose, Mac purpose, and this purpose. So tomorrow we will start the creating the server and creating the API. Please install each and everything in your systems. So once Node.js install in your systems, and how to check it. Okay, so once you will install the Node.js, how to check it? Go to the terminal, and you need to check in the terminal. Okay, in every part, if you can see here, I'm using the terminal. Whenever you will open the terminal, how to check it? Node -f version. Okay, and there is another thing, version. Okay, so please start, and terminal is a very easy thing, and I will give the some basic information about the Unix side also, and Unix and Linux side also. Okay, basic command of the. So whenever we will complete this thing training, so you can understand the use of the terminal, you can use of the basic Linux command also. So please install the Node.js in your systems. Okay, if you are facing any issues, please send a message into the my group. Okay, and we can cover it. Okay, and whatever things we are discussed today, please revise it. Okay, and hopefully please stay tuned in my YouTube channel, please stay tuned in my courses, and day by day we will cover. And this week I will cover the Node.js part. We will create all kind of API, whatever API is given by the Prasant. We will create a get API, we will create a put API, post API, and how to create a server, how to give take the how to send the request and response. So this week we will cover the Node.js complete part. Okay, so this week is very much important for everyone. Okay, so please stay tuned and please go to my YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe. Please join. And there is a 2 series is going on: Cloud Developer Program and DevOps Training Program. Okay, so please join. Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks for joining. Okay, I will stop the recording. After that, we can discuss other topic.
Hello?